Never heard of him.
Adam Devine.
He's gonna say Adam
Devine.
Yeah.
I could not. I was like, who is this try-hard?
And now you love him.
I think it's funny is that I
hadn't
already
seen-
knew he was, so I thought his interpretation
Yeah,
was
but now,
really funny.
I understand.
Where'd you know him from?
Workaholics or?
He was also on Modern Family for quite a while.
Oh, he was. I
It was
didn't watch it.
Haley's
Yeah,
boyfriend or fiance.
Haley's. Well, he had a fiance.
Oh, okay.
He was the nanny for the baby, and they had a relationship.
Gotcha. Yeah, I knew him
He
from.
always plays. He's always like this, though.
Like sleazy.
He's one of those plays
that's
himself.
His thing.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that then.
No, but you're saying no.
No, I'm saying yeah.
I thought he was really funny in this.
I thought his death
Yeah.
scene was hilarious.
Yeah,
Or death scene.
The car.
we'll
That
talk. We'll
scene.
talk about
Yeah.
the sort of different levels of comedy versus drama in this, but yeah,
By this point, the tropes are pretty heavy. When it comes to like the characters,
heavy meaning
they're laying it in pretty thick. Like this
really
is.
thick.
Were you bothered by it, or were you like, okay, no, I
wasn't
see this
bothered
fully.
by it because I felt like that was kind of what the movie wanted to do. That was the intention of the film. So, I will get into it a little later as we get to the story, but I wasn't.
What would Dan of 3 years ago
I
thought of this?
wasn't bothered by the tropes and the heavy-handedness of it, or even the humor. I thought, though. Well, I am going to jump ahead. Not ahead in the story, but I
Please
thought
do.
there was I was uncomfortable in terms of just buying in with the really cartoony, wacky humor that they would occasionally throw in, and then the really deep, heavy emotional stuff. And I felt like these two things are in two different movies.
I can't wait for you to watch Hard Eyes.
Not that I was ever like angered by
Right.
it, but I was very
Confused?
just really aware of it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for me, it was not melding.
Yeah.
But more than that, I will wait. Go ahead. Do we all see this? He's pointing at me.
I was
That's
agreeing
normal.
with you. I
No,
was
it's
That's
not.
all you're doing is agreeing.
No, I was saying because when I said, "Oh, I wanted to see this movie again," you were like, "Oh," I wonder. And
I don't know why you'd want to see it
that's
again.
the exact
I don't
reason.
mean that like I didn't like it. I'm just saying
because I think it's just because I don't know. Like I said, I saw this movie almost 10 years ago. Sometimes you want to revisit, but for me, I had that issue the first time I watched the movie. So I know we've been doing a lot of horror movies now. I just wanted to revisit and be like, oh well, like what would I think of this movie now?
I get you.
You know,
Yeah.
it was not.
No, I
it
think
was
that's
not
fair.
on top
That's
of.
fair.
It was not on top of my list. Like, guess what I'm watching? It was just me, like, you know, because occasionally when I'd go on Vudu/Finding Out Home, I'd scroll past it and be like, oh, I should rewatch this again.
Yeah, I get you.
And I think it was because, like Dan, you're not on the. I had a huge problem with that when I first watched it, and especially the ending when.
Well, you probably have less of a problem with the second time because you accept it because it's there.
I know it's there.
The first time I watched it, I don't know what's going
Wow,
on.
and you love Hard Eyes.
So I was trying to find.
That's a little. That's why I wanted to revisit it again.
I think I was trying to understand what is the real tone of this movie. So that's where I was getting conflicted by these two very different terms. But I was most distracted, and this is something I actually do want to talk about.
Yes.
I was most distracted by the camera work. I found the camera work
absolutely.
crazily distracting.
Act 2 got 2 on steroids.
I felt like I agree. It got worse, but even at the front end of it, there were moments. What? What are you doing? And
I
why?
liked it.
Why are you doing this? You're very distracting to me, and that's where it felt very digital to me as well.
Yeah.
It had a very digi feeling.
It just looked very
with all that
fluid.
camera work.
You're
It was just that-
fluid.
It was
Like
just
the
that.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of that camera work ever, so I really didn't care for it.
Wow,
in a-
wait until we
in a-
film our stuff.
in a
Yeah.
We're
What
gonna
do
be
you-
spinning.
in a freaking
Yeah.
low budget movie like
It's going to take 3
with
days
that
to
said-
rehearse.
Well, low budget, and now they're doing this trickery as a part of their low budget. Oh, this makes it kind of
We're gonna
better
do-
because
we're
we
gonna
have
do
no budget, so we're just gonna do this crazy.
We're gonna do a steady cam on you, Dan. We're gonna hoist you into the thing, and then
Beautiful.
you're gonna spin.
Oh, can't wait.
How do you
While
all
doing a
think-
monologue.
'cause speaking of camera work, tropes, gimmicky. How do you all
In
feel?
black and white.
No,
In
it doesn't.
black
It
and
doesn't.
white.
It doesn't do it in
Better.
this movie. But
On
how
film.
does it ever take you out of movies, or how do you feel when you're watching a movie?
IMAX.
Whether it's shot on whether
He's
it's,
like, no.
whether it's shot on film, digital, doesn't matter. When they do the blood splatters,
You that's your.
On
don't like
the,
it.
on the
lens.
lens.
when they
It takes me out.
I am not a fan.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Now, do I think there's a place where it could work? Yes.
Yes.
No.
If you were doing a really wacky comedy
dare you.
and you were doing
This is pretty
something
wacky.
on purpose, this was. But that's my problem. It was wacky.
Like
but
if you're
then
watching
it
like an
wasn't wacky.
Expendables movie.
Okay, yeah.
Like the
all right.
Expendables.
I think there's a place where you could do that and you go, okay, whatever. Yeah.
It always
that
takes
fits.
me out every single time.
Of course it does, because now the camera is there.
Yeah.
Now the camera has become a character in the movie, which is why I didn't like the camera work, because it felt like it was too much.
Brought attention to itself.
Exactly. Thank you.
Sometimes
You're welcome.
It definitely did work sometimes in the movie.
Yeah, I didn't mind it too much.
Yeah, but it
except
became-
for I think we're
But for
probably
the
all
striptease, yeah, in the cabin.
not even just the striptease. That was
Before
fine.
that.
Before
Yeah.
that, the after that.
After,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
right. Yeah, with the twist,
zooming,
the little
twisting,
twist
and-
turns.
I've only seen it once, so I can't tell you when it bothered me and when it didn't. But there were parts where I went, okay, whoa.
It
yeah,
was when
no, I think you're talking about the same one.
yeah, I think I think that's where it
They
was
were really
most
obvious
egregious.
when they happened. The other thing I have a question about is a bottle of booze really that flammable? If I take a bottle of Jack Daniels and pour it in my backyard and drop a match on it, is it going to
Yes.
flame? I don't think so.
You want to try it?
You wanna
I
try
Let's
it?
go
don't
try
think
it.
so.
You want to try it?
I don't
You
You want
mind
to try it? Let's try it.
I know they have like
I got it right here.
I know they have like flaming desserts, but that's not what
Yeah.
that was.
I mean,
I don't think
also,
that
They're
happened.
homosexual
Like-
desserts. Okay.
okay.
Dan?
A cigarette.
right. They also
flame.
slashed through the screen and then went into another movie. Like I think.
No, and I think.
And also
at
someone
that
was just
point-
carrying a
You gotta
machete.
I think
exaggerate
at
it.
that point you're right.
Yeah.
But it just that was just so like.
But to add
Wait
on,
a
I
though,
think the word
minute.
you're looking for, Sam, is Dan. Because you said Dan sent us a text message. We'll screenshot it. He said, "Bring your thesaurus, because I'm gonna."
oh,
I'm-
yeah,
I'm
big
gonna
words.
use big words.
Dan,
He's
what?
using big words
What we're
tonight.
what Sam is trying to say is, Dan, you're being a little pedantic.
Wow.
Hang on, let me look that up.
Hold on.
You know what
I
we
will
added that?
add
That's
on-
going to be a split screen.
I will add on to that though.
You should pedantic.
The
What it means
trajectory
now.
of the bottle doesn't make sense
Adjective.
because obviously theaters are like slanted because it's stadium seating. So
Not
how
all
the
of 'em.
hell?
So why was it flaming
So
behind
it
them?
just like flaming. So why would it go to the side? You know,
Because it was the mom. I'm just kidding.
What?
What?
I think that made almost
Without-
as much sense as that
I
whole
got you.
scenario.
I got you. I got
here's
you.
the thing. I agree with you. Here's the thing. As I was watching it and I made that note,
She was
I
burning
also
to-
thought
I'm
to
gonna draw a
myself,
map.
I really don't want to spend a lot of time dissecting that
Nope,
scene
we're
because
doing it.
honestly,
It makes no sense.
it was ridiculous.
You know,
Yeah.
So, but it was necessary to get us to the next moment. I
damn.
guess this was their choice to get us this way.
Yeah.
This isn't how it had to be. Because in the back of my mind, there's like literally 500 dead people.
Oh yeah, I
Theater
thought about
burned
that.
down
I
and
was
nobody
like,
got out. So I'm not sure. Why are we just so quickly in Oz? That was weird. All of
You
a
know how
sudden, we
they're-
were literally in Oz. The
You know
way
how-
they lit it and the color, and that was not consistent either.
they should have done that when they got through the screen.
you know
Like-
what it was?
Like that
Eh,
Wizard of Oz reveal. That would have
That's
been cool.
what they should
Or
have
like-
done.
or-
It's like you part it, and all of a sudden, it's like when
Tron.
Judy Garland walks through the door.
Exactly.
Goes
With
from black and
17
white.
different shots.
You know what it reminded me?
Oh.
You know, okay.
Yes.
It
She
reminded.
should back out of the screen and come back into the screen.
You've all heard
then
of
twist.
you've all heard of Inglorious Bastards. This was Inglorious Campers. At the end with the theater.
All right.
Oh, I'm glad.
Oh,
So I
I'm
drew-
glad we stopped so you could do that.
I drew.
I was yeah.
So clearly, screen,
Wait, pull it back a little just to make sure it's like.
screen,
There we go.
and then like seats, bottle, flame, but no, it ended up on the side. How?
This is like Seinfeld with the spit.
Not to mention, it instantly they were surrounded by fire instantly,
Yeah.
and the screen wasn't on fire, but all the curtains behind them, next to him, all sides of them.
Yeah.
But it rolled. Anyway.
Did anyone
I
ever
didn't think about all the
I didn't
people
want
that
to
are probably
dissect
dead.
all this, but all these people are dead.
Yeah.
If we're stuck on the trajectory of a bottle when people are dead.
What would you have thought if the movie like had them go through the screen and then the rest of the movie was just the theater getting sued and all the court proceedings? that-
like they had the
And we don't know what happened to
wraparound.
them. They just got
No,
out.
Yeah, they just got out.
Or imagine the people like in the movie, so they're in the campground and they're just looking at the sky. Then they see all these burning bodies just falling through. This did anyone ever see the movie from the '90s, The Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, you bet.
That's what this reminded me of,
Yeah.
like a horror version.
I agree.
Because that have any of you seen the Last Action Hero?
No.
Seen this?
I
heard
just
about
said
It's
you
Sam's
bet.
favorite movie.
I was talking to them too.
No, I fucking love it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
do you know what it is? You said no.
No.
So Last Action Hero is a movie with.
Is it about the last action hero?
Yeah, it's John McTiernan who directed
Spoiler
Die
alert,
Hard.
he's not the last.
What it's about is about this kid who loves like cheesy 80s Arnold Schwarzenegger style movies.
Yep.
And he is he's friends with like this older projectionist at this theater who lets him go in.
Mm-hmm.
Sus.
And it took me like
What? God, I'd love to be in on this so I could laugh as hard as
you'll
you are.
see
I don't know what they're laughing at. I'm just laughing because they're
you
laughing.
know why I'm laughing. Okay. It was just so subtle.
What the hell?
So there you
No,
go.
okay. This is gonna be a teaser now. It's gonna be us laughing. Be like, find out why they're laughing.
Because he's explaining the movie, and he's like, "Oh, a teenager." So I pointed to him.
And I said, and I was like, oh, and his friends with an older guy. And then Sam went like this.
Oh my gosh.
So,
I don't think we need to tell a story of Last Action Hero.
no, we don't. I'm done. But basically, the kid gets a special golden ticket, so he gets sucked into the action.
Willy Wonka.
No, he gets sucked into the. It was given to him by.
He gets
Houdini.
sucked into an action movie.
Yeah, and they go through all the tropes and everything.
so it's very much like, sort of like this.
Yeah.
Sort of,
Um,
kind of, yeah.
But not really.
All right. That was worth telling the story just for that.
I don't know if we want to go through each character and kind of who they were.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean, that's
so.
not really actually where I was going, but but let me do that
I
real
like
quick.
how he posed it as
Let
a
me-
question.
let me
And
do it
it was
real
like,
quick.
actually, no.
So you have the one counselor who's all these sort of like, "Ooh, I'm the sexy guy who just wants to make it with all the girls."
Oh, God, so sexy.
And then you had I'm not even sure what the other guy counselor was all about. I didn't get him at all. I don't know what his trope was. What
He was the
supposed
nerd.
To be. Didn't get that. And then
Dan's like, he just feels like me.
you had. Then you had like the stripper girl, the sexy one who's just gonna
Tina.
deal with everybody.
Who I loved.
I did too, and I recognized her. I don't know what from other movies I've seen her. I looked her up, and I didn't know anything she.
You probably know her from The Final Girls.
And anyway, and then there was and then there was
The mom.
the mom, who, I'm sorry, didn't read as the character she was playing. She I mean, because of her looks and everything, she was a little too attractive, a little too.
You don't think it worked?
I
feel like the
don't know if it worked
innocent-
or didn't work, but I didn't really
Catch.
get it. That
Clearly,
much.
Dan's never
I
been to
only
summer camp.
I heard what they told me,
Yeah.
but it wasn't reading to me.
If they hadn't told you, you'd be like, who is she?
Yeah. So
Okay.
so there you go.
And then there was well, the one, two. Okay, and I will say,
Who am I missing of the original of the movie people? It's just those four, right?
Yeah.
back in
Yeah.
2015, 2016, when I
Are you
first.
taking me off course here?
No, I was just gonna start talking about one of the actors for the people.
Oh, go for it.
I thought was going to be, and I forgot he was in this. I was like, I'm convinced this guy's gonna be the next comedy legend. Will appear a lot more, but he kind of disappeared.
In
It's-
this movie?
Yeah, it's Thomas Middleditch.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no. He works all the time.
He
Well,
does a lot of
he-
all
improv.
the time.
Well, he does.
He
He
does
did
lots
improv.
of-
No.
He
I
does
was
lots
saying,
of commercials.
I
He's
was
a
saying
very
in
well-
movies, like see him like more leading roles in movies.
Oh
no,
no,
he
Wasn't
does
leading
do a lot.
roles.
Wasn't
What
he
would
Or
in-
like supporting, like
He
seeing
would,
him
he
more.
would
in
never be anything bigger than he was in this
I
movie.
was saying then when I first saw him.
Isn't he in Silicon Valley?
Yes, he
he
was.
is. He's done actually quite a bit of television.
His improv is great, though.
That's
He
He's,
did one
why,
he's
with,
a
yeah.
big improv guy, but he also does tons of commercials, and he's
Yes,
he's
he does.
very active and.
I
Yeah,
just
I
thought
like- I liked him in
I
this
thought
movie.
we would see
I
him.
thought
in
he was
more,
very appropriately cast. Yes.
I thought we'd see back then. I was like, okay,
But
this guy
not
was
a
like
lead.
Well,
He
not.
never
I don't.
played a
Okay,
lead.
not lead. I mean, I would thought we would see him a lot more in comedy films.
Yeah, I agree,
Which-
and maybe we will at some point. I doubt
Well,
it. but
well, like I said, I think he now has a very successful like improv stand-up career, and he's doing fine there. Why? I mean,
I think he kind of is what he is
yeah.
in terms of how he's working.
Did you
in
see his
Hollywood.
stand-up, his improv on Netflix? It's so funny.
I'm sure he's funny. I have no doubt he's funny. I thought he was good. I thought he was, he was that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So what I really wanted to talk about was
Taking us off track here, Dan.
Well, one thing is, I was very surprised this movie was made with a PG-13, and what I mean is, I would have thought they wanted this movie to be a lot more gory than it was.
Yeah.
Which would have been an R rating, but
Why did I think this movie was rated R?
I'm not saying for the sake of anything, for the humor or anything. You could still have all the humor. I was just surprised that it was very tame.
Yeah.
Very tame.
I think it was at the tail end of like when movies aren't really that gory. If they were to make this a few years later, I feel like they'd go there.
Yeah.
Or
it was like the tail end of that whole like a PG-13 horror is big thing.
Which is interesting. I feel like
I don't
Which
know anything about
sucks.
that.
I feel like they would
I
have.
don't know about that.
I feel like they more would have targeted this if it had gotten that wider release in theaters. I figured since they know, it's going to South by Southwest, why not just keep it rated R?
I would say I mean, was this edited to be PG-13 or was it conceptualized as a PG-13? Because I feel like it was.
I have no idea.
I feel like it's the second one. I think they
Yeah,
thought of it.
probably. Because
But
I
I
mean,
mean-
if you're doing a like an 80s slasher set in a camp, summer camp, all of these movies were rated R.
Yeah.
All of them. So I think it probably was the latter. I agree with Frank. It probably just ended up being a PG-13
And
movie.
maybe they want to get more people to come watch it.
Well, but what I'm saying is they wanted to, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were. I mean, I don't know the release plans, but maybe they're like, hey, it goes to South by Southwest, gets picked up, and then would then be because I know that this movie was kind of stuck in development for a really, really, really long time.
Yeah.
I think 2011 was when it was
Oh,
first
wow.
greenlit.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe it was just back in 2011. It was whichever studio had it. It was going to be a wide release. So they're like,
what
let's do
studio
this.
has this?
I think Sony had it, maybe, or like one of their subsidiaries. I can actually find out right now.
It was a New Line Cinema originally, but then it ended up going to Sony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can maybe imagine if New Line had it. Like I agree, 2011, 2010. They probably maybe wanted it to be PG-13 just to get the wider box office.
Yeah.
So they find themselves and realize they're in this movie, and then they start discovering certain aspects. So like you think at one point one of the characters, oh look, we can't be killed because we're not actually in there. And then of course he gets killed, but then he shows up and he doesn't get killed. Then again runs over by a car. That's some of all the wacky stuff.
Adam Devine.
No, that wasn't Adam Devine. That was the other.
Middleditch.
That was
Yeah,
Middleditch.
you're right. You're right.
And as there's a point in the movie, and this is where I thought structurally, I thought the movie had very strange act structures to it. Because when they all decide this is how we're going to get him, in my opinion, that's Act 3.
Yeah.
That was not Act 3.
That was Act 2.
That was
Point
literally
5.
the middle of Act 2.
2.5.
So that was weird. It had a weird structure to it. Because then you have to ask your question, well, when did Act 3 start? I'm still not sure.
with the mom and the car. at the end.
I mean, and that's like 10 minutes. So structurally, I don't think the script was all that sound. But in terms
Did
of
it bother you, or
in terms
you
of
just
structure, it only bothered me in hindsight when I thought, well, I was in Act 3, and then I went, oh, I'm not in Act 3. And then when I thought I was in Act 3, I was like, wow, this is really quick. But so they go through. I mean, the arc is with the daughter.
Yeah.
She loses her mom. She gets to the movie. Oh my gosh, there's my mom. Well, it's not your mom. It's the character in the movie. But that's okay. I get it. So now your mom. Now it's all about realizing as the story unfolds and how these real people who fell into this movie, how they sort of find themselves in the journey of this movie. Oh, wait, maybe we can actually control the outcome of this movie. Maybe we have some control. Maybe it doesn't have to be the way it always was. With the daughter's, obviously, ultimate goal is to save her mom and then take her, the character, her mom, back into the real world, and she would have her mom back. Now, I'm not sure I totally... there were elements of the story I found, okay, I'm just going to have to accept this because it doesn't all really make sense to me. And so I started thinking about other movies that take you either in the past or into another world And I always felt that even though I don't love this movie, I'm going to use as an example, I do understand it's a huge success, huge hit, classic. Back to the Future, which I say I really enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. That is really well written. There's no flaws in that story. It totally makes sense. Everything they're doing, every step they take, every warning sign, all that stuff is really clearly written. This was not. I felt there was like, they were just sort of at a point like, oh, well, whatever the rules are, we'll just sort of make it all up. Just, we're just sort of doing this. We don't have to really explain these circumstances behind trying to change something and what that would mean. None of that mattered. And I don't know that I was really bothered by it, but I was aware of it. Because my brain goes, wait a minute, is there any kind of effect to changing? And then I think, well, it's a movie. It's not even real anyway. So where am I going here? I'm not really sure. But I was very, I have to say I was distracted by that, by the fact that there didn't seem to be any real rule to
Kind of like a butterfly
the
effect
world
almost.
they had created. There didn't seem to be any rules in it
It seemed like
that they had to follow, or this would happen. Like they sort of abandoned that idea. Well, if I do this, then there's going to be effect to that. That wasn't a part of the story. Not that it had to be, but it's something I did think about.
I think the only thing, like we said, that I said was changed was just, hey, like, since the movie was where they saw the movie was repeating itself, it was like, it kind of does the Scream thing.
But
And this
that
one
was interesting, but they didn't stick with
Well,
that.
I'm saying no one is the rules now. Like no one's safe in this chapter. You know what I think? I think it's like, yeah, like since they sort of drifted a little bit, they learn that like anyone.
But you make an interesting point. They did that at the beginning. The van keeps showing up. They keep running and rerunning and rerunning. But then they abandoned that idea, and that should have been something they could have learned from and used. This is going to keep repeating itself until we change something.
Did you almost want to?
They didn't stick with that.
Did you almost want a Groundhog Day?
Well,
Where
not until I just thought right now. No, I don't think Groundhog Day was the solution. But there was something they were doing at the beginning of the movie that they stopped. They just stopped doing.
Well, I mean, is it because they veered off course? So
that was
100%. Yeah, so they're not really following the movie storyline anymore. So they're kind of just like.
I mean, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened for sure.
And I think that's why.
I guess I'm talking more about
cause and effect.
other ideas
Well, I
that
think
might have been more
I
interesting.
think it's because everything that's happening now, this is the first time. So we're not quite sure, or maybe even the rules that are set
Sure.
aren't quite sure what's going on and what's going to happen because they don't know.
No, you have to understand. I'm trying to rewrite the script.
I know you are.
You always are in a good way.
I always am. But no. It's all fair. Everything you're saying is fair, and I don't think it's. I don't think you're wrong at all.
I'm gonna say this. It's like Back to the Future Part 2 now.
Oh boy.
Where it's that alternate 1985, where the timeline is different now. They're in an all new, undiscovered continent.
But it did feel like when they came to the idea of, we're going to set up all these traps to catch him and kill him, that to me felt like Act 3. That to me feels like the beginning of Act 3.
That's like in the middle of the movie.
It is in the middle of the movie, but structurally,
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff that happens to start Act 3. We are now going to take control.
Yeah.
That's the Act 3. That's
Yeah, I can
that's-
see that.
That's the most common structure in Act 3 is I am now. It's okay. It's okay.
But
and I loved the whole Home Alone sequence.
Oh, that doesn't work.
I mean, the whole
what?
thing was Home Alone. From the time he goes in till whatever. It's over.
Do
Look
you?
at these wacky traps
Okay.
we came up
But
with.
also Tina on Adderall, and then strip
The
teasing.
Adderall shit was so funny.
And yeah, that whole sequence was funny to me. It's just strip teasing on Adderall. Like,
I thought she was great.
wow. Mm-hmm.
If Dan,
What do you think, Frank?
About Adderall?
Uh-huh.
It's great.
What does Adderall do for you?
Makes
you
you
very
focus.
focused. I think it's for kids with not kids.
So is it
People
like
with
Ritalin?
I think so.
New Ritalin?
It's supposed to help you focus.
But
High
college
powered
kids
room.
love them.
College kids love this one trick.
Okay, so Dan, I'm kind of like fixated on this now. A little bit.
Oh, good.
No.
No, not fixated. So we're talking about story, structure, what works, what doesn't work. At the end of the day, do you feel like the relationship between the mother and the daughter worked at the end? Like, did you buy into the
I
whole?
hadn't quite gotten there yet, but we can jump there.
Oh, I don't know if that's where we were
I mean,
I think we can.
at
I
the
wanna
end of
talk
the
about
day.
that.
I think at the end of the day, because I feel like out of the entire way the story's told, some of these details we can maybe ignore, but I think the big, I guess not climax of the movie is like, oh, whether you think the ending worked with the mom, the daughter, like the whole thing. Did you think it was goofy? Did you buy into
well,
it?
I mean, I can answer that easily. This was my biggest problem with the movie, was you had this very genuine emotional journey and everything, and then you had this whole wacky comedy going on. And I don't think those two things worked together. I was very aware of the two
Different movies
that were going on. I think there was a way this could have worked. And I think what's unfortunate is it's sort of a what do you call it, a high wire act, a tightrope you're walking, whatever it is. You can have that relationship with the mom and daughter in a comedy, but it has to have humor in it. And it's a fine line to walk, but it can be done. This chose to not do that at all. It chose to be deeply sentimental, which is fine. I mean, I'm okay with that, but on the other hand, there was literally this wacky comedy going on. And I don't think the two really work together in the same movie. So to answer your question, yeah, I think her journey was very clean, very clear, and thorough. But it didn't go with the rest of the movie. And even the wacky stuff kind of went away. It was a very odd. I thought the tones.
I'm
movies were
interested-
very
I feel
conflict
like
with each
it-
other,
it
and they didn't know what
definitely-
they were doing.
The tone shifted definitely when the mom and the daughter had that exchange, and then she goes off to like. I liked that. I thought that was good, and it worked in the movie's favor. But that's pretty much it. I
Yeah,
didn't.
and
For
to-
me, and I get where you're coming from. I
to me-
didn't mind it
and
at
to
all.
me, I think that's the most important part
Yeah.
about the movie is that worked. Because for me, I think it would have been a little different if you were like, well, the horror stuff, that was cool. I liked it. I thought it was great. But then you had the story about like a mom and a daughter, which I didn't care for, and I didn't think it worked at all. That's when
That's
I
the
think,
most important
and, that,
part of
and
the
that's what I'm
movie.
saying, and that's when I think that's where the movie wouldn't succeed.
I
Because
even
it's
have
like
a note here.
like-
I find myself choking up.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
yeah.
moved
Yeah.
by it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
So I don't think that was false. I just don't think it went with the. I don't think the other stuff went with that.
Yeah. And
Not
with-
that you can't have humor, but that
Right.
was so wacky.
and Dan,
That was like literally, what are those movies they make? The scary movies. That was like scary movie
Oh.
stuff going on.
like
I thought.
like airplane. No, I'm just kidding.
There were
I
but
know.
there were almost scary
No.
movie level
Yeah.
jokes
But-
going on.
And
where it
I,
didn't even take
They
itself
don't understand
seriously.
it, Frank.
and I don't disagree. Like Dan, I
okay.
don't want you to think I'm arguing with you. I'm just
No,
you
no,
know,
no, I know.
I'm just saying like I feel sorry. I'm just saying I feel like yeah, you know, it's if one of them worked, what doesn't work, you know. I feel like yeah, at the end of the day it would be like if you're watching like Rocky movie, then at the end of the day like and where he fights and he has this moment with like Apollo, if you're like I don't care, then the movie fails.
I forgot to mention when I liked the gimmick they were doing when in the movie when the mom was doing the flashback and it actually flashed back.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
that was
cool.
cool.
And you know how like the images stripped?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I love that.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I do too.
And then how
That
did
was
you guys
really cool.
right? But it also when they started getting meta almost, where I liked when the people in the real world can hear Billy's theme song and stuff, but then at some point when the actors realize they're in a movie,
telling the
yeah,
story.
that was a quick switch. I was like, wait, they're not supposed to hear it, but then they heard it.
It,
I would have had a problem with
That
that.
was all pretty cool.
Yeah.
actually.
it was
Yeah.
it almost felt a little bit like they came together.
The movie
Yeah.
definitely had some really cool aspects to it.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't all really fit together.
It
there
wa-
were
it
some
was-
really
yeah.
cool moments, some really moments where you went, whatever.
Yeah, it was kind of like they thought about it and then they put it in, and that was it.
It was a very complicated
Mm-hmm.
sort of
They've got a lot
idea
of
to
tricks.
execute, I thought.
Yeah,
This was not a simple
no.
No.
idea.
Let me
As in, like a simple idea, like the mutilator.
But okay, so I mean, I have a lot of things to conclude with, but before we get to that, I thought the Matrix fight under the lightning sky was
Yeah.
That took me out the first time.
very silly. No, it
was
Wait, when she
Oh.
walked out of the church?
It 100% took me out.
It was like
I
Kung Pao
liked
with
it.
the
It looked
cat.
And
nice.
it will. I'm sure if I saw it again, it wouldn't as much because I
Oh.
would accept it. But again, to me, that was very silly.
But the framing was cool though. When she looked back in the doorway,
Oh yeah.
that was
No,
cool.
there
But
were
I can
cool shots and
Yeah.
stuff, but it didn't.
didn't need it.
Well, I mean, you had to have that moment. You had to
Yeah.
have that face off.
I didn't like Billy's mask. It's too silly.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's like comedy, but like get them
Now,
together, you know.
at first,
Not a good
if
design.
I can go
No.
forward,
I don't know,
thought-
can you?
I literally wrote a note. Wait a minute, they're all sharing a hospital room together.
The
What
ending?
freak is that? But it's okay because, and that should have been a red flag for me right then. Going, okay, this isn't right because they're not gonna. What? I have to say, I thought the ending was about the most appropriate way you could get out of this movie. 'Cause
Absolutely.
anything short of that, and they set it up slightly because you know there's a sequel, but I forgot all about that. Anything less than that, I didn't know a good way out of this movie.
I agree.
I certainly didn't need them to be back in reality because in
No.
reality, 250 people died in a burning theater.
Mm-hmm.
And
One-
you would have to address that at some
Stay in
point.
the movie.
That's
Yeah.
the end of the movie.
Or you take them back to the theater and it's burning and somehow they get out alive. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
But all I was thinking was, how are you going to get out of this movie where I'm going to go, okay. And that was it. And that didn't, and I actually went, okay, okay, this is a very satisfying way to get out of this story.
And for those that don't know, what happens is they're at a hospital.
Yeah, tell them, please.
They're Tracy.
I said, tell them, please.
They're having a good time. It's like
They're
every.
having a good time. They're in a hospital.
I know. I'm just saying. Well, I'm just saying. It's
They're
like,
happy that everybody's alive.
They're happy everyone's alive. It's the typical like horror slasher. Oh, look, we're all safe. Just kidding. And then the killer breaks through.
It's because they heard the theme song first. Yeah.
Yeah, they hear the theme song and then killer breaks through. Sequel.
That was a pretty cool moment. I
You know-
really like that.
Oh, I wanted to ask to rewind back really quick. When Billy jumped out of the window, engulfed in flames.
Oh, that slow motion
yeah,
sequence
I thought
is
that was
pretty
really cool. What movie were they copying? Or paying homage to?
Anytime you light a stuntman on fire,
Yeah.
I am totally into it. Meaning,
okay.
because I just look at it and go, God, that is crazy shit. Because that's real, man.
They do it on
They
purpose
lit
too.
some dude on fire in a fire suit.
You're on fire.
And that's crazy. Every time I watch that kind of stuff, I go, oh my God. Do they still have to do that? At some point, can they CGI this
I think they've
fire
been
and-
doing that.
And so
Yeah,
you
but
don't
it
have to
probably
have
doesn't
fire
look
anymore?
as good.
No, it looks horrible.
because flames are so...
I hear flames and water are hard to mimic.
Yeah, those are
Digital.
the,
Well,
And so are
that's-
drums.
well,
What?
Like when you do synthesized music,
Uh-huh.
apparently
Yes.
you can synthesize every instrument, but you can't do the drums. If you synthesize
Really?
the
You
drums,
you have no soul.
it's a dead giveaway. That's
Yeah.
not real drumming.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have,
do
you have to
trumpets,
go techno.
clarinets, everything, but you got to put a
Oh,
real.
wow.
You have to bring a real drummer in.
That's kinda
to
cool.
play with
Because there's no
the
doubt.
synthesized music, right?
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
interesting.
Ending.
No,
Mhm.
what I was saying is, yeah, I agree because I feel like if any other movie would have had the 1 year, I didn't want the 1 year later, and
Yeah.
then I learned to live
We already
without
did
my
3 years
mom.
later.
Write
Yeah,
a book.
like write a book, and then or it's like, hey daughter, here's your new stepmom.
Yeah.
or I didn't want that, or
Well,
or
that
I-
would be I Know What
or
You
in-
Did Last
yeah,
Summer.
or in Dan's case, it just cuts to a court case. It's like the third act of the movie is a courtroom drama. It's the Joker 2.
Did anybody actually see it?
Joker 2.
Joker
In a
2,
theater?
no.
I saw it yes I did.
Did you see it?
Yes I did.
I heard it was horrible.
It's
You can say
I'm not
it.
going to say that because
No.
I'm sure Joaquin Phoenix will never be a guest
No.
on our show.
I'm just saying,
Well, don't you worry.
That would be so cool.
in a movie that I feel like is pretty self-contained, the first movie, I don't understand why the second movie is the courtroom drama of what happened in the first movie. I don't care. And I feel like, I don't think the musical aspect was the worst part of the movie. I think they could have done something interesting with it. I just feel like they didn't commit to it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see it, so it doesn't matter.
You didn't see the first one either, right?
I did not. Nor do I care to, although I've been told it's so good.
Have you seen King of Comedy?
Oh,
I wanna watch
I love
that.
that movie.
There you go.
All right. I'm good then.
Just reverse the roles. Robert De Niro is now the talk show host.
He's the talk show host and King of Comedy.
No, he's not.
Oh, you're talking about
No,
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis,
Right,
yeah.
right. You've
Jerry
seen the
Lewis
movie,
is-
right?
Wow.
Yes, I've seen it.
It's such a good movie.
Oh, it's a fantastic
Wow,
movie.
Dan.
Let's
Wow.
do a
Fucking
rappity
wow.
dappity do. What do you say?
Wrap
Can
it
we-
up.
Can we wrap this baby up? Can we wrap this
Yeah,
up?
can I go first?
Like a butcher?
Can I go first?
Oh, Dan, before we go,
Before you go.
before
Bye,
you go,
Dan.
bye,
Before
Dan.
you
It's
leave
your
Bye,
house.
Dan.
Goodbye.
No, you pushed a button. Dan falls. Ah!
You remember? Do you remember when we mentioned this movie before? Because we've mentioned it before on the podcast. So do you remember a little movie called Near Dark? The vampire movie?
How dare you?
The Vampire Road movie?
Catherine
I
Bigelow.
didn't like the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
a gripe about the title. Mhm.
Do you know who one of the writers of this movie is?
No.
'Cause we mentioned in that podcast.
Well, okay.
Well, see, now that you...
What?
Now I don't want to do it.
The writer of the movie
Yeah, it was the actor who played the little kid Homer.
of this movie?
Yeah.
The kid, the one with the
Mhm.
little kid Homer,
Yeah.
the vampire kid,
Yes, sir.
wrote this script.
Yes, sir.
Right on.
And you want to know
Explains
something?
a lot, huh?
You want to know something? That totally.
Good for him.
That is totally why we talked about this movie in class now, because I remember we watched Near Dark in that class.
Wow, things are clicking.
Wait, when was Near Dark?
Not-
80s?
No, not early. It was right after
1923.
No, it was. I think it was right after.
Right
it
next
was-
to Pearl.
No, it was right after the movie Aliens. So probably like 87, 88, maybe 90, 87.
No,
You
it had
could
to have
just
been in
look
the
it up.
80s.
Just look it up.
Yeah, it had to have been 87.
We have the technology.
Yeah.
Near Dark is where she bites him and he sort of becomes a vampire.
Yeah, it's
Then
like
they have
Twilight, but
then they have
slightly...
this crazy like
87.
blood
I should have
Punkier.
gone with my gut. It
They
was
have this
87.
crazy blood transfusion at the end that
Yeah.
saves her.
Yeah.
That movie
Okay.
is so good.
So, all right. Okay. So
Final thoughts?
one quick question
Oh.
before.
Let's wrap it, baby.
Dan, would you think you would have thought this movie differently in any way? Because for those of you who are listening to this now, watching it now, who do not know, this might be your first episode, or maybe you didn't know. Dan, before this podcast, was not big on horror movies. He didn't watch them. He didn't care about them.
what
Dismissed
makes you
them.
think anything's different?
I'm not. I'm just saying, well, different now is now that you've seen more and you understand some of the tropes more, which you might have known before. Do you feel like if you had seen this movie 2.5 years ago, before this podcast, do you think you would have thought anything differently of it?
It's funny you say that because I actually have a note here on my phone, and I will quote: "I'm curious to know what you guys thought about the movie because of the genre, because you guys are so into this genre.
I just thought I had fun with it. Like
Like-
it's a simple.
Like if somebody, and I'm not answering your question, but I'm going to repose your. If somebody who knew nothing about slashers watched this movie, I'm not sure. I don't know. I feel like because this movie is basically using Friday the 13th as its
Absolutely.
model, and whether you've seen Friday the 13th or not seen Friday the 13th, you know what it is, and you know what it's about, and you kind of know what happens just because of the franchise and the whole thing. Yeah, I think that anybody can watch this movie and get enough out of it. And maybe you don't get the virgin thing, but you would certainly get everything else. And even if you don't get the everything else is just broad characters, you know? So
This is this kind of character in a movie.
yeah,
this is this kind. I'm the shell of this
I
character.
think it would just work just on that level.
No.
It wouldn't work necessarily on the trope level, like you would know those are actual tropes. But it wouldn't matter because they're still broad characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it still works. I mean, yeah, for sure. Okay.
You would have thought anything differently. You would have been, or you probably wouldn't even have watched this.
No, I don't think I would have thought anything differently. If this had been the first movie we'd watched or this week, I don't think it would change much.
Were
I don't-
you
I don't
ever
think it's- I
now
don't think
like?
it's- I don't
Were
think
you
it's a-
ever now like, aha?
I don't think it's a great send off of
Yeah.
slasher movies
No.
at all.
Yeah, I
I
feel
think
like
it's just using one slasher movie as its basic.
Instinct.
I feel like those that don't really watch horror movies won't really find the fun in it because it is playing on a lot of tropes.
Yeah.
But for those that
But
enjoy horror, can be.
But
It's
I
a
feel
good
like
funny
I saw a
recall.
scary movie and I hadn't seen
But
yeah.
all those
I-
movies and
I-
I got all the jokes.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying.
I
These
think that was
also,
more focused on like pop culture
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
it was definitely lifting
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I
jokes from
think
movies.
These are more like playing on tropes and also playing homages or making fun
But
of.
I think too, there's
It's
so,
a bad title though if you're looking for people outside of the slasher.
You're not gonna.
because you don't know what Final Girls means.
They should have. If
I
it-
only know what it means because of him.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It will not really cater to all.
Right.
if the movie had the name within, if the movie had the name within the movie, like that was actually Camp Blood. If that was named,
That's
then I would.
probably a better title.
Then I would-
Why do we always go to title?
Because titles are really
No,
important.
because
They're really
no, no, no,
important.
Titles
because
are like
no,
crazy
because it was
important
brought
in
up. It was
movies.
just said, hey,
it's the
like,
first thing you see.
well,
Yeah.
Usually.
I mean, I think if you had somewhat of a knowledge of horror movies when you would see the title like Final Girls, I think you would, you would understand
It's a huge
what it is.
But the thing is, it's slasher movies, horror movies, whatever. It's a huge low budget industry. It's like the last thing that you can put in theaters without stars, and you can draw and make quick money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I
I
think
don't
that's why a
know
lot
how
of
much
people did
longer
it.
it's going to last because I don't know how much longer any of this is going to last as far as theaters.
what a downer to
and
end
movies
on.
go.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
But I mean,
I think it's on the uptick.
but this is the one element or the one genre that can go
making
open
money.
theater without having movie stars in it.
I'll agree on that.
So
But it's also like where the movie stars start their stuff too. So
Yeah.
it's always nice to see.
Kevin Bacon.
I don't remember Tom Cruise doing a slasher movie.
Kevin Bacon.
Tom Cruise
or
is
Harrison
just
Ford
he
doing a
You
slasher.
just haven't seen
paid
it.
a lot of
Kevin-
money.
Kevin Bacon was in Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
Johnny
Yeah.
Depp,
Johnny
Kevin's
Depp
Bacon.
was. Yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
You actually
Jennifer
didn't.
it's a great
Aniston.
place to start for sure.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston was in Leprechaun.
because you get a lot of exposure, especially
Mhm.
if the movie, as a lot of them did or
Mhm.
have been successful. I mean,
Matthew McConaughey.
many of them have.
Hey.
Mm.
And many of them have been franchised. It's,
Yeah.
it's actually pretty phenomenal if you think about how many
Yeah.
horror slasher movies have been turned into franchise. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I was just gonna say we can start.
Final
talking.
thoughts on Final Girls.
Final
Let's
Goyles.
do it.
Okay,
Ghouls.
so
Final Ghouls.
I'll go first. This was my second time watching this movie. I wanted to revisit it just because it had been a while. I think the movie, I think overall it does work. I have a good time with it. Sorry, we took that break in the middle. I was like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And then my flow.
Well, until you just mentioned it, nobody knew we took a break in the middle.
Yeah, bitch.
You just cut that part out again. So then but no, I wanted to revisit it just because I wanted to see how well, if I had seen Tucker and Dell vs. Evil and other similar like horror comedies now, and I enjoy sometimes a good quippy, and I was like, well, will I enjoy this now? My tastes have changed a little bit. It was just mere.
Has it?
It
Has-
has.
has
It,
you?
it has a little bit. I still do enjoy this movie. Just, like Dan said, I kind of got choked up a little bit at the ending. And I just
Yeah.
wanted to see if that would happen. And I think that is the most important part of the movie is, do you get that emotion at the end of the movie with the mother and daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It worked for me. Well, yeah, there could have been improvements in other areas. I'm not exactly looking for, like, Oscar material in any of this. But
Well, based on the movies that were nominated, I'm not sure that's really something to worry about.
But
I will give, while not perfect, I have a good time with this movie. I'll give it like a solid 3.5.
not bad.
Vans driving by. That's how many times the van drove by.
3.5 times.
3.5 times.
Man, I wish they would have stuck with that.
That would have been
That
cool.
would have been so cool.
They
if
did it
would've
once.
Stuck with that, and then they would have figured out I know that's very Groundhog Day, but I thought that would have been such a cool idea.
I thought
Yeah.
Kept going
Dan,
back to this idea that we got to break to get forward. We got to break
You know
the
what?
cycle somehow, and they
You-
just didn't do that. Damn it!
not Groundhog.
Such a
no,
good idea.
Not Groundhog Day. More of Edge of Tomorrow.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
what I wanted
I mean,
to play with it more.
Really wanted,
And-
I liked when that van kept going by. Like, okay, this is cool, and then they kept with it for a while, and then they just bailed on it, and they didn't even talk about the bailing on it. It just
I
changed
thought-
direction. Anyway,
No,
that's
I was
my
saying-
final thoughts. I'm not ready.
I thought it would also play a bigger part in the movie.
Yeah.
Should have
And like
been
I
the
said,
movie.
I feel like like I'm not doing Last Thoughts Part 2.
You've done. You've already given your cup.
Wait, sorry, I forgot. What was your item? Oh, the van.
The van.
Me next, Sam.
Yeah, you can go.
I thought it was a really interesting idea. I mean, this movie. I really did. It had a really nice twist at the end, which I really liked. It was really silly and way too silly to worry about whether or not it actually made sense. I think you just have to go with it and don't ask too many questions, which is what I tried to do, because it was a cool idea, but it really wasn't. I mean, if you really think about it, in my opinion, it wasn't a very cleanly crafted journey.
You should try harder.
And I left a lot of holes in the logic in terms of what they were setting up and what they were trying to, in my opinion, what the possibilities could have been and what they actually ended up doing. And I have to be honest with you, I got a little bored in the middle. I really did. I actually started drifting away from it, the movie, a little bit in the middle of the movie, kind of going, I don't know what we're really doing here. But I am a sucker for the outtakes during credits. I think that's something that was really hip in the 80s. They did a lot of that.
The Mutilator.
Also,
I'm
like
so-
Jackie
The-
Chan.
last week's
I'm
movie.
sorry they got rid of, we've
Yeah.
lost that, because I think, and if we ever do whatever our movie will eventually be called, Here and There,
Titles.
I would
Important.
love to do that. I think the Roger Garland movie would be a great movie to
We
do.
talked about that.
The outtake title. Well, we talked about doing ones that we wrote.
Well, no, we were.
I'm talking about actually doing
No.
outtakes
Okay,
during the
so-
credits. 'Cause it's such a cool. It really makes you want to watch the titles.
Yeah.
Not just for the
Yeah.
names,
I
but to
agree.
enjoy,
Yeah.
like, all the mistakes and
It's-
stuff that
yeah.
happen.
Dan.
A nice little fun moment.
Hang on. Some of these outtakes felt a little forced to me, almost like they were like, yeah, we're going
We
do
have to make
outtakes,
'em.
so let's make this funny. But I still am a sucker for that stuff. Go ahead.
Remember when we did it wasn't planned, but when we did I was like,
Oh, Gas Buddies?
for Gas Buddies, how it had like the corner of the screen. We talked about doing
And
something.
we didn't do it.
We did.
We did. It was the one where your
Where
car
your car actually broke down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the
Oh,
thing.
yes,
That's
Gas
the thing.
Buddies. That was
That's
really
the thing we
funny.
talked about. We talked about having the like kind of at the end of Scream where it has like the character name and then it breaks into the split screen with the window.
Right.
We talked about that.
That's a good idea. So, having said all that, I'm going to give it 3 Adderalls out of 5.
That's good.
Oh wow, that's
Without
high.
the Adderall, 1.2.
How many did you take? 1 or 2, 3, 4,
3.
30.
10.
The whole
Yeah,
bottle.
Took the whole bottle. That was really funny.
I'll go. Sorry, Frank.
Wow, Frank gets to be the rap guy. I feel like you wrapped up
Frank's
last
the,
Wicka,
Frank's the
wicka,
final
schmeow.
girl.
You are a final
Now,
goal.
what was the other term we used that was the wrong term? It would piss you off.
Survivor girl.
Survivor. That doesn't even sound right.
That sounds stupid.
Survivor girl.
Yeah,
was
it's
Frank
'cause
gets
it's
so
lame.
bad at that.
Because
No,
it's stupid.
Because it's
You know
not.
what?
You're not
I
Survivor. You're
petition-
final.
Yeah.
But you survived. You're
Not always.
surviving final girl.
Not always.
Why does she have to be a virgin? I'm just asking because I don't.
The
know.
Pure.
virginal surviving final
'Cause
girl.
you're
That's
pure.
the official
You're
The
pure.
virginal what?
surviving final girl.
There you go. Anyway. I
So
enjoy
many
these
things I
like
just wanted to say.
spins on trope like movies. I think it's
Mhm.
fun to watch and see how they perceive things.
Mhm.
I don't really mind the storyline about the mom and the daughter. It didn't really take me out as much. Again, I think it really worked in the end. Cinematography, I actually liked when they did the circle around when they ran out of the forest and then
Yeah.
realized they couldn't leave the camp. I thought that was the best, and then it kind of got really overused towards after the striptease scene. I think that was just too much. I mean, I enjoyed it the first time, enjoyed it the second time. I'll probably watch it again. So I give it 3.5 stripteases out of 5.
Ooh.
Wow.
Is it because my boobs are so small?
Yeah.
I love that line.
See,
There's a
Dan,
lot of really funny little lines
It's-
spread
yeah.
throughout. that I really like.
Absolutely.
I like
Absolutely.
the part where she thought the iPhone was a tape. So she's like,
Loved
where are
it.
the holes?
I like the outtake.
This
though,
little
when she was-
gizmo.
when she was putting it in her mouth. Yeah. It doesn't fit in my mouth. Ah.
Oh, we got to screenshot
What is
that.
Dan putting in his mouth? Tune in next week.
The Dan meter. So, here are my final thoughts.
No, boy.
I like this movie.
I like this movie.
If you don't like this movie?
I feel like I've said it more than
Okay.
he.
Oh,
has.
absolutely.
He's only said it once.
For,
Ever.
for the audience, what is that a reference to, Frank?
We don't know.
What happened
At this
was,
point, it's too late.
see, it's so fucking exaggerated.
It's not, though.
Wait, you know
'cause
what?
we
All
say
that
it.
happened was I was joking around. I was just like, oh yeah, like, you know, I'm not gonna judge you if you like the movie.
Wasn't it
like,
from
that's-
Chopping Mall?
I think
No.
so. Wow.
Many
season
years
one.
ago.
It was absolutely Chopping Mall.
It was just
No,
I
more
like
like,
that movie.
it was
either
just
Chopping
it
Mall
was
or,
just
like-
me saying like, hey,
it was
like
Chopping Mall.
it was just me like, oh yeah, like if you like it, like that's cool.
You know
like,
what?
I'm
That
not
is
That's
gonna
the
do
not
it.
most-
how you said it.
That's
we'll go
exactly
we'll
how it-
go back and listen.
Okay, now we need
You
the
went
black
on
and
the
white.
You went
clip.
like this. I like this movie.
Was it part of his
I
like this
never
movie.
Was
did
it part of his
that.
recap?
Guarantee it.
Never did
yeah,
that.
I think so.
I'm
Guarantee
going to
it.
try to pull
Never
that up.
Find
Okay.
it and put it at the. You know how we do a tail end after our
Yeah.
credits?
Okay.
Put it on there.
Okay. Let's do a wager
Put
right
on-
now.
I like
Let's-
this movie.
let's
Why is he
do-
getting nervous?
Let's do a wager right now. I will. What's something I bet? Like, I don't know. What's a movie that I hate that will?
What are we doing?
I'm just saying.
I don't
What
know.
are- what- what are we
Frank-
doing?
Frank
What are we
was-
doing
What,
here?
what are you doing
Frank
here?
was doing a summary of the movie before you so rudely interrupted.
Oh, you did.
Go ahead, Frank.
We all did. Stop drinking your water.
Don't tell me what to do. Okay, so
Meet me in the parking lot.
sus. So I really liked the movie the first time I watched it, but there was a couple of issues that I had with it.
No.
The second go around, I think I liked it a little bit more. But I don't think I can give it a higher score than what I'm going to give it, just based off of the things that I have not an issue with, but like things that I think could have been done better.
Be with me, Frank. Be with my score. I dare you. Come on, you can do it.
Just
You
do
can
it.
do it.
4.2.
4 out
Right,
of 5.
Right, for
I thought the acting was good. I thought the cinematography was distracting, but generally
Thank you.
okay.
I said that too.
I really like the use of tropes. I think they could have gone further with it.
tropic fun.
Something that I've noticed with movies lately is that my big issue with movies that I don't like or don't like enough is that I don't feel like they go far enough.
I agree.
There's not enough creative solutions to whatever problems show up. So I think this movie kind of falls into that too. And like you mentioned, it did come around that time that PG-13 horror was like big or getting big or, you know, kind of dwindling. So it suffers from that. It needed to be R. It needed to have more gore.
I agree.
It was too
Kinda
much.
go with the movie.
It was too much comedy, not enough horror to the comedy. Which I think would have done. I feel like the issues that you had with the tone probably come from it not going far enough.
It was too base level.
Yes.
That's yeah.
Yeah, like the sentimentality I think works with the horror in a way. It doesn't work so much with the comedy being mostly comedy with bits of sentimentality.
I agree, and I hate to interrupt you because you're. I agree with
Then why
what
are you
you're
doing
saying.
Then shut the fuck up.
I think it needed to lean away from that wacky comedy because that's just scary movie stuff. That's already been done. It needed to be humor, yes, but not that wacko humor, in my opinion.
I think the wackiness was okay. I don't think it went like super far into it, but I think it was it overshadowed the sentimental
Yeah.
aspects.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than that, I still really enjoyed it. I really like the flashback mechanism that you talked about. I think the killer's mask is silly, like you said. There's just I think they needed maybe one or two more passes on it
Yeah.
to really get it where it needs to, where I think it should have been. But I still enjoyed it.
Mhm.
So I'm going to give it
4.7.
No, don't do a 4. Come on, don't go there.
Do
Make
it.
it a 3
What
something.
be
Can I
true to
tell you
yourself.
something, Dan?
3.95.
At one
3.99. Don't do 4.
point,
It's not a 4, man.
at one point it was a 4,
Ooh.
but
It's not a 4.
that was going based off of memory.
Yeah.
And when I finished
your
it,
memory was a 4.
when I finished it, I landed at 3.5.
Hey.
rock
Super
it.
sick, super fast out of 5.
Love it.
Oh, we're in the 3 range, so that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's where it is.
3 of us got the
Yeah.
same.
I mean, we had a 3.
What did you give it?
3.5, 3.5,
Nice.
3.5.
And you did 3. I did a 3.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would you watch it again? If somebody wanted to see
I
it?
would definitely watch it again. Not on my own. Not,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not on my own. I
Jody.
have no reason to watch it.
Because Dan, I think too, like I said,
No,
to some,
she would-
it
We're watching a movie right now.
I think it takes, like I said, it takes the tropes, plays it safely.
Yeah. Would you recommend it to your son?
It's a little too. No. I don't think he would like it that
Mm.
much. It's not good enough to recommend to my son. Like when I recommend movies to Nathan, it's always like,
The
"Oh,
Departed.
You need to see this movie." You know, this I would never say. You need to see this movie. I don't ask him if he has seen it. I doubt it. I doubt he's seen
Oh,
it.
that's good.
Cool. This was fun,
Yeah.
and I thought it was gonna be. It felt like when I saw the movie, I felt like this will be a good conversation. Mostly because you guys, this is your genre, this is your world, and I thought, well, this will be fun to talk about, to see how it all landed in your opinion. What was that movie, Travis, that we watched early in our podcast? It was the documentary about the slasher guy.
Behind
The
the Mask.
That's
Behind
where
the Mask.
Survivor Girl comes from.
Yeah, I mean,
Survivor Girl.
that was another movie that kind of, sort of, great idea, cool idea.
It was.
And we could have done it so much better than they
It
did.
was very.
Yeah, you did
That's
say
how I
that.
felt.
It
Yeah.
was very hard for me to like. The first time I watched that movie, I liked it. Very hard to watch it the second time.
Yeah, I think
And-
we
and
all
I
got
was so
bored.
It needed
And I'm
to
gonna
be
tell you that-
so
yeah,
much funnier
yeah.
than
I'm
it
gonna tell
was.
you
I
this.
agree.
It could have been
It's a
so
movie.
much better.
It's a
than
movie
it
that's sitting on my shelf. I remember before we podcasted, I saw it at like a used video store. I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" I bought it, and now I'm just like,
Why?
I don't think I'm ever gonna watch this again.
was. Now
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
unload it. Oh, sell it to Alex. Tell him it's.
He doesn't like it.
Damn it. Well,
He
change,
said he couldn't
change
finish
the
it.
title.
He turned
Scratch
it
it out.
off.
Write another title on. Okay, this has been fun.
What are we doing next
What-
week?
Thank you, Travis.
We're just stealing the line.
Frank.
So next.
I'm
week,
sorry, Sam.
Wow.
It's a new month, so it's a new theme.
Oh.
Now,
I was getting
strangers.
so into the camp
Nope.
thing.
We're done
going-
camping.
Can't we
Strangers
watch
from
Friday
the
the
Alps.
13th, the
Alps.
original camp movie?
Huh?
Can't we watch Friday the 13th, the original camp
We'll
movie?
do it
Nope, because
eventually.
we're gonna go hunting for creatures.
Yeah.
Hunting.
So we're watching Anaconda.
Oh, yeah.
That don't want none.
That don't want none.
All right. Thank you. This has been another episode.
This is fun. Please like us, share us, tell your friends about us. But more important than all that,
Subscribe.
would you please subscribe and comment? We'd love to hear your comments.
Imagine people
Like
are
if-
commenting. We're just
Like
not
if you're
looking at them.
as annoyed by Travis as we are, let us know.
If you want less
and if
of
you think,
Travis,
and if you
let
think,
us know.
wow, that Dan is super pretentious.
Let
us know. If you think Frank is cool, Sam, cool.
Okay, I was like, what?
Wow, so Frank and Sam get the same
Yeah.
comment?
Wow.
If
It's
you
because we're
also-
minorities.
Yeah.
I
If you
think Sam
also-
is cool.
Thank you. If you also like the movie, I don't know where that fucking thing's going.
You were gonna say
I
that's
don't
okay.
either. If you also like the movie, well, then you're an idiot. But we appreciate you. We'll hear you. We'll hear you. We'll see you
Are you
next
okay?
week. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's towards the end. We're all delusional. All right, guys.
Delulu.
Oh man, I know we've been camping. I'm exhausted.
I'm Dan.
I'm Travis.
Camp counselor Sam.
I'm Frank.
And we are
Dude.
out.
Boat.
Canadian.